Number 1. Sometimes Jeff Probst, the host of Survivor, goes off script and it is funny. Sometimes he's petty and sometimes he's sassy, but this time he handles the situation perfectly. You see, in season 34 of Survivor, Varner is back to play for a third time. His past 2 times have led him to being voted off before making the jury, so he isn't that good. And him being cast on a season called Game Changers just seems wrong as a result. Here in episode 6, Varner again senses that he's about to be voted off before making the jury for a third time, and so he enacts some drastic measures to try and save himself.
There is deception here.
Yeah?
Deception on levels, Jeff, that these guys don't even understand. Why haven't you told anyone you're transgender? What I'm showing is a deception.
But that's personal.
It has nothing to do with the game.
That's personal. You didn't have to do that.
That is so wrong for you to bring that up.
I'm not using that as anything negative.
It has nothing to do with the game. That's personal.
I'm not knocking him. Jeff, I'm arguing for my life. I feel like I've got to throw everything at the wall.
Outing somebody is...
I'm not outing him.
You are
Yes,
just outing him. Does nobody have the right to out anybody?
I agree with Ty. It was
Seriously.
for
Like,
Zeke
how
to
would you like
discuss
to-
when
come on.
he was comfortable discussing it.
In 2 seasons I've played Survivor, I've told nobody.
You're saying by him not revealing it that he's capable of deception. That is a giant leap of logic. Do you honestly not see that?
I do see that, and I feel horrible about it. I'm just trying everything that I can, and I'm so sorry, Zeke. I support you.
Jeff, you can't
1000%.
unring the bell.
I'm not unringing the bell. I'm just apologizing, Jeff.
Jeff, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I am a little
You
bit.
should be ashamed of yourself for what you're willing to do to get yourself further in a game for $1 million. It's like you're playing with people's lives at this point.
In a way, you're saying there is no line. If I'm desperate enough, I will do or say anything.
It's a game for $1 million, and I clearly have made the wrong choice tonight.
There's no question who's going home tonight, right?
No, sure.
It's Varner.
Yeah.
We don't need to vote. Just grab your torch. Varner, tribe has spoken.
Dude, Jeff 100% made the right call not having them vote in private. He read the room and what the audience would think and handled Varner appropriately, in my opinion. This is a good going off script. Number 2, now jumping to season 47, sees Jeff going off script in a way that I don't agree with. You see, it is episode 2 and part of the immunity challenge involves massive bags of rice. So Rachel Lamont uses her big brain and goes, duh, I can sneak handfuls of rice into my pocket and bring it back to camp. A ballsy move that Jeff has historically said, if we didn't say before you did it that you couldn't do it, then you can do it and we will just change the rules next time. But for some reason, Jeff goes off script here.
I have a question for Rachel.
Yes?
Did I see you putting some rice in your pocket?
You didn't see anything, Jeff.
Unbelievable. Empty your pockets. You put rice in your
Sorry.
pocket?
Shoplifting
I was trying to play smart.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta empty them.
Hard disagree with Jeff. Rachel should be able to keep that rice and the rules should be changed as a result of her actions. She definitely shouldn't have been stopped. Number 3, going back to season 45, sees us at a crucial immunity challenge. Jake has been fighting all season to eliminate key Reba Alliance members, namely D. He really wants D out, but Jake constantly gets his plans ruined by people just falling over and doing whatever these Reba members want. It's annoying and Jake is beyond frustrated. So as he competes in this crucial immunity challenge, he doesn't care anymore.
No, Jake loses everything. Jake has to start over again. Jake struggling even to get all his bowls at once. He has to make another trip. Jake, you break that challenge, you're out. Jake.
What?
You're out.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Jake, that's on you.
Sorry, I was trying to go quick. Man.
Yeah, I know. Jake, hustling, too aggressive on the challenge, broke the challenge. Jake with no shot at winning this.
Did you know you can pick what videos I make? The patrons on Patreon pick this video and you can too. You will also gain the benefit of watching everything up to 6 months early and help us avoid shilling products that nobody wants in unnecessary sponsored segments. If you're interested, then there's a link in the description. Thank you for your support. Now at that, number 4, back to Survivor 47, and for all of the new era, the show has been pushing this thing called an amulet advantage. Oh brother, basically it's always some variation of 3 players get an amulet, and the more amulets eliminated from the game, the more powerful the remaining amulet is. Jeff acts like this advantage will lead to some amazing open-ended gameplay when it is literally led down the exact same path every single time. So by the time season 47 rolls around, Rome, if you want to, roam around the world, speaks up, and he is dead on.
Tell the group, and I will listen, why the amulet advantage is not good.
We've got an amulet advantage out there right now. We know that 3 people have the amulet. They all went on a journey together. Usually when you go on journeys, when you come back, you tell your whole tribe what happened. So everyone knows who has the amulets right now. And everyone knows that the amulet by itself has no power. You have to use it together with the other 2 people. So the only options is target the other 2 people so that you have all the power with the amulet, or say, I don't want to be one of the 2 targets. Let me just go ahead and get rid of this thing right now. We'll use it together. That way we don't have a target on our back. And I think that, as a group, sums up the amulet advantage right now in the game.
Well done, well done.
Number 5, Courtney Yates, a snark queen in and of her own right, played an incredible second place game, all things considered, especially since she's someone who basically had no knowledge of Survivor coming in and thinking she was going to be voted off first, and yet she finished in second. But Jeff, he can't focus on that at the reunion, that amazing story. He just gets a little inappropriate.
Let's talk about the thing that was probably the most common question about you is your weight, the weight issue. You started this at 93 pounds. That was your starting weight. You came off the show at 86 pounds, so you lost 7% of your body weight. Anorexic, eating disorder, what's the deal? Answer the question.
Well, Jeff, I don't really get too bent out of shape about it. Whatever. People
So
are
you've
gonna
heard
talk.
this enough that it's...
Yeah.
And your weight now is actually more than what it was when the show started.
Yeah, Jeff, thanks.
I guess that wasn't the best thing to say.
Jeff Probst just called me fat.
Number 6. Season 29 saw so many times Jeff had to go off script. I'm not sure if he was just in a bit of a mood this season or what, but this series of videos has featured this season more than most. By the time episode 6 hits, Jeff is over negotiations. There's been like 3 of them already, and he's just like, I am done. Now he means business. You see, Hanapu is out of food and they are desperate to make a trade. And they asked Jeff about this in episode 5. There are 14 episodes this season. In episode 5, they're already out of food. And Jeff, he's not having this.
I gotta say, there has never been a tribe in the history of Survivor that has needed as much help as you guys have, and only 14 days in. And it's not lost on me that the disproportionate amount of food that you guys have had is probably a big part of the reason that you have dominated in this game so far in the challenges. So in fairness of the game, and in fairness to the Coyopa tribe, who's playing the way you should, the penalty for that has to be just. Here's what I want. Your tarp, your hammock, your bedroll, the pillows, the blankets, the candles, everything you won in the comfort reward. The hatchet, the hammer, one of the pots, and the extra flint. That's gonna leave you with a machete, a pot, and a flint. You are starting over.
They're all happy. Like, I'm pissed. You know he just took all our stuff, yo? Why y'all happy? It's so frustrating.
Let's hope it doesn't rain.
Number 7. In season 20, Heroes vs. Villains, Colby Donaldson is back. Mr. Challenge Beast himself, king of one-liners, is playing for his 3rd time. And this time, he doesn't really care. I mean, he doesn't seem to care. If he does care, he's not showing it. Somehow, in a matter of 6 years, he went from caring deeply to not caring at all. But on occasion, he wants to care. He tries to care. And then...
with just a little taste of chocolate.
Oh my God. Yeah, Jeff. Oh, wow.
Colby, you have a look on your face like this is annoying or somehow insulting. I handed you the plate and you were like, I don't want this.
I'm not annoyed with you. I'm ready to get to the challenge.
Free offer of chocolate. I'm just
Don't need
curious.
it. Let's go.
I got the message, brother. We'll go when I'm ready. Heroes, you're sitting out one person. It has to be a man.
I'll sit down. I'll sit down.
Colby gonna sit this one out for the heroes.
All of that flack Colby gives Jeff, and he still sits out of the challenge. Number 8. Speaking of Jeff getting snippy with the players, we go to season 16, Fans versus Favorites, which is only a season before Jeff tried quitting the show completely. And while Gabon is the final straw for Jeff, you can sense his real thoughts coming out from time to time before that, like at this reward challenge.
All right, you guys ready to get to today's challenge?
How about what we're playing for?
How about first you give me immunity back? How about that?
Modern Jeff would never do that, or if he did, it would be much, much nicer. Number 9. In season 24, it is men versus women, and both tribes are a disaster. Casting dropped the ball so hard this season that it was immediately apparent that we were all in for a dumpster fire of a season, and it consistently ranks in the bottom every year I do the season rankings. All that to say, in episode 2, the intelligence on display in this cast kinda says it all.
The women making no progress.
She's got these big old boobs I can't get past.
Stay. I'm gonna fall.
No, you're not.
Don't touch me.
No,
Christina, you touch 2. Cat, in the water.
Go.
Make sure you do not touch 2 people at once. Cat, now back at Christina. And with that, Christina's in the water.
I don't think you have to
Cat
go back.
just jumps back in. Not sure why.
Yeah, you don't have to go back in, babe.
2 hands. Cat reached out and grabbed you. Monica, you got to go in too.
Oh, Cat, you know, you're about dumb as a rock.
Once again, Cat jumped in for no reasons. Men, win immunity!
Kat jumped in when she didn't even need to jump in, not once, twice. I'm sad. I'm sad for women. This isn't the way women are, and frankly, I'm so embarrassed.
Cat, you jumped in the water twice. You dumb blonde, twice.
Number 10. In season 13, Survivor divided all 20 of its players by their race. Yep, they made 4 tribes divided by race, and they lost a bunch of sponsors as a result. But that isn't really the point here. You see, Candace has had 2 guys fall for her this season. One is Billy, who was completely unintentional and out of left field that even Jeff is blown away by what he is hearing, as we saw back in the first edition of this series where Jeff goes off script. But later on in this season, Candace intentionally makes Adam fall for her, unlike Billy, who she was like, what? Anyways, she wants Adam to fall for her. He does, and as you guessed it, this romance, it doesn't really exist outside the island. It's just here on the island, and Jeff could sense that.
13th person voted out and the 5th member of our jury, Candace. Well, a kiss is nice. Maybe if it were love, he'd have given you the immunity necklace. Candace, tribe has spoken.
So what gone rogue moments of Jeff's should I include in a future video? Comment below and let me know. Thank you for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. I'll see you all next time.